I always hate those paid for articles, right? Once again, absolutely sucks. It's paid for word salad, talking about some real estate agents telling you there's no bubble. Hello and welcome to your weekly news dump. My name is Artem, I'm CEO of Akord Properties, and this is your weekly news about real estate in Dubai and anything else that caught my interest. Please like this video, subscribe, press the bell icon, and let's get into the news. So it's the first week of Ramadan, so a lot of people are fasting. I'm not religious myself, but the people who fast, they are obviously finding working tougher, right? And all more power to them, but quite honestly, a lot of things slowed down in Dubai because of Ramadan, as I explained previously. And once again, I'm reiterating, although it's a slowdown and things happen harder for you, right? It's a great time to purchase simply because there's less people on the market. And simply because you as a buyer get more power having less buyers in the market, because sellers are already on the market offering and it's not subject to Ramadan, right? And this way you as a buyer, you can get a little bit, this small amount of edge and bargaining power helping you secure the perfect deal, right? So once again, reach out to us. Contact details as always in description. We'll be happy to help. We're still open. We're working full hours. At least I do. On the other note, also summer is upon us.
And I've decided that I want to die.
It's a little early for summer for many people, but Dubai is getting hot. It's starting to get uncomfortable to be outside for long periods of time. It starts being annoying when you leave a car out and you get in and it's scorching hot because of the sun. Luckily, I got a remote start. That helps a little, but either way, if you're planning your vacation for Dubai now, plan lots of indoor activities. Otherwise, it's a week like any other week. Things are same but different. Not much to tell really. So let's get actually into the news. So Dubai, and specifically Dubai government, gets a new logo. The new logo is actually nothing crazy, nothing special at the first glance. It's nothing revolutionary, right? It is an iteration on government logos. And quite frankly, I really support this action for one simple reason. This logo looks clean. It gets things just right. If you look into the logo, it's a good combination of old stuff and new stuff. It's really good with using old heritage imagery, recognizable from all Dubai logos and recognizable for people in Dubai as symbols of the state, and implementing them in a very simple, very well readable, but still, how would I say it? It's sufficiently historic looking. It's not too big of a departure from the previous styling, but it's way more readable. And simply speaking, it's a great design job. In the context of government logos, it's pretty much up there. I don't like overly modernist ones. Obviously, Borough of Camden can fight me. Don't care, your logo sucks. But that's how logos should be done. Retaining heritage, improving the visual aspect with modern design trends. Great job for whoever developed it. Good call on the choice. On to the next news. So let's get into the biggest one this week. The biggest news in real estate sector really is Nakheel-Meydan are joining into a single company. So they're being merged. They've always been part of Dubai government and part of Dubai land kind of conglomerate. but they worked independently. Currently, they're joining those companies. Quite honestly, there's a lot of opinions on that moving around, and a lot of people are saying it's a great move, and I see their point where it has a potential to improve interaction between those areas, improve efficiency, improve pretty much everything where they essentially have to double up on the infrastructure. On the other hand, other people saying that having single company deal with this much of development will spread their resources thin, will spread their focus thin, and they would rather have separate companies focusing on that. And quite honestly, it's hard to tell what is the correct call. I'm pretty sure from outside looking in, we don't have all the data, all the information they use to make this call, so we can only rely on them being correct. But either way, I mean, it's a big news regarding efficiency. It's a big news regarding where the real estate in the Emirates is really going, because a similar move we've seen recently with Abu Dhabi's companies, and it seems to be the move nowadays. Well, we'll see where it takes us. It's honestly a lot of news about it, but it's not much to talk about simply because it's just been announced. We don't know the real implications. It's such a complicated matter where I cannot predict or give you a good call or what it means to the market. What I feel like is it should mean to the market that Dubai will become more cohesive as a city, and will become better at more systematic development. But we will have to see. Into the next news. So the next one is kind of double interesting for me because it includes obviously Dubai and UAE, which is my common topic, but also includes Hungary and Budapest. And Budapest is probably one of my favorite cities in the world. I've been there numerous of times. I try to visit it whenever I get an opportunity and I'm passing by. Absolutely love the place. If you haven't been to Budapest, go there, visit it. It's incredible. Otherwise, what's going on? So recently, Hungary and UAE signed economic cooperation commitment, right? And they're committing to economic cooperation in the long term. And recently, what they signed a company called Eagle Hills Real Estate. They're real estate developers in Dubai, doing some of the interesting stuff. It's a company run by Mohammed Al-Abar, who been a big and key part of MR for the longest time. And Eagle Hills are aiming to be as successful as MR. Quite frankly, I'm not incredibly informed on going-ons with Eagle Hills right now in UAE, but what I've seen so far with my peripheral vision is they're doing pretty well. They're doing quite reasonable, good stuff, decent quality, right locations, you know. Obviously, coming from MR, the team has expertise. There's no denial in there. And now they're signing with government of Hungary and mayorship of Budapest to build a Dubai downtown style area. So what they want is they want an iconic, possibly they're saying the world's tallest. I don't believe they're going to build the world's tallest tower. I just feel like it's going to be too pricey and too inefficient in European Union. I believe they will just go for Europe's tallest, beat the Shard, and they will build a mega mall, right? And building a big commercial development around it and residential. So essentially, they will build downtown. Well, what can I say? I believe there's a place for developments like that in Europe. And Budapest and Hungary has proven to be very economically active, striving to beat the others within the European Union, striving to really do a lot for economic growth. They're quite economic growth hungry, right? Yeah, that wasn't an intentional pun, but oh well. The Hungary is hungry for economic growth. Great.
Talo. Sorry.
Yeah, those jokes just write themselves, don't they? What they're doing is a decent call. It makes sense. They have huge population in the area to attract. They have a lot of ability to move the culture, move the commercial state. I don't believe Europe is right to be Dubai-like everywhere. I don't believe Europe is the right place for this style of structures and building. Usually Europe has to go for something more compact, more, if you will, cozy. But it makes sense to have one or two areas or one area attached to major city, which is this kind of downtown style, right? And that's something I'm gonna watch very closely. I believe we're gonna offer people to invest into that because I've been regarding Budapest as a great route for real estate investment already, but I was looking for the ways in and for the ways we can use that and for the ways we can actually systemize and optimize these investment opportunities for our clients. So if you want to be aware, once again, contact details in the description, message us. We will be on top of Eagle Hills. The moment they have a launch, you'll be the first guy in the queue. That's how it's done. So reach out to us. Let's start working together. On to the next news. Next one, again. Dubai real estate, minimal risk of bubble, say property experts, as free new communities expect to fuel off-plan demand. I always hate those paid-for articles, right? Once again, absolutely sucks. It's paid-for word salad, talking about some real estate agents telling to you there's no bubble. Because they have to be mentioned by name, and then they tell you whatever is the hottest on the market to sell, right? Where you get the best commissions as the best bubble-beating areas which are promised to grow. I can talk at length why those areas are great to invest and what are the risks there and all those details. But I'm just going to be repeating myself. I talked at length about those areas. I'm not going to name the real estate agency. I'm not going to name the areas. You can read it and you can believe it if you want. But what I'm saying is it's a perfect segue to me announcing that the way we work is actually changing slightly. You still can go and you can still contact our sales team directly when you feel like you know what you're buying or consultation is supposed to be fairly minimal and you worked out your plans and you worked out what you want to do. Our agents are still trained to give you the best possible help. But you know how people usually position it as free real estate consultation. Well, things are not free. Free real estate consultation means the broker will sell to you things, right? Makes sense. So we believe about creating a more informed market, and we believe about making it reasonably affordable while still not completely wasting time of me and my team. So we will do independent consultations, no obligation to buy. We will not sell you specific areas in this consultation. You can choose to, later on with this consultation, ask us to refer you to sales team from our specialist team. All of our specialists, they're still brokers. They still operate within the realities of purchasing and know the legislation perfectly well and the process of transaction. However, they're specifically picked elite brokers who have proven to work great with large investors, with people with serious investment interest and who are sophisticated investors. And what we're offering as a kind of this drive to have a better educated, better thinking, better investing market is to sign up for our consultation, which is not free, which is actually $150, although we can possibly reduce it to $100. We're still working on the pricing. Either way, this is the way to get independent information and help you drive your independent decisions with actual market data using specialists with experience who are not motivated by selling you things. This way, you don't have to rely for articles like that and those sneaky moves of, oh, bubble is not there, or is it there, or this one will beat the bubble. Doesn't matter. You need to talk to specialists. Specialists will explain to you what is the chance of the bubble, when it's expected to burst in their opinion, what are the areas most affected, least affected. Should you move into the bubble and move out before it bursts? Should you just wait the downturn for a bit? Should you invest and not care with an area which will not be affected? Either way, I just used it to promote my own services. You want to be more educated about the market? You're not sure what you're buying yet or if you should invest, but you need to get proper insights? Reach out to us. $150 is inconsequential within the real estate investment. It's essentially something to make those hours worthwhile for my top brokers, but also helping them keep sharp in their investment analysis. Let's work together. Reach out to us. We can arrange that. On to the next news. And this one is also, I feel like, taking an opportunity to advertise some agencies and their expertise, but this is the right way to do it. So the topic is Dubai real estate. Should you invest in a villa, townhouse, or an apartment in 2024? And they're raising a very valid point initially that right now in Dubai, with the latest boom, per unit, it's quicker and cheaper to build apartments. So the whole market was focused on delivering as many apartments as possible. Not necessarily saturating this market, but making apartment market a little bit better. So the market with apartments is a bit more saturated, right? Where villas and townhouses has been left behind. There have been some developments being built and even more coming up now. And currently, as we speak of now, townhouses are more in demand than apartments. What they suggest is, I don't believe is correct. What they suggest is right now it's a time to invest into townhouses because they are in demand. When something is in high demand, it's a time to sell it, right? So townhouses and villas being in high demand right now means we should travel back in time a couple of years and buy a villa or a townhouse.
The encounter could create a time paradox, the results of which could cause a chain reaction that would unravel the very fabric of the space-time continuum and destroy the entire universe.
Unfortunately, if you don't have a time machine, we can't do that. And right now, the prediction is apartments are still growing at a greater rate, but there's generally more demand for apartments. And I'm not sure that townhouse is necessarily the best investment. Villas, quite definitely. You know what? Not many villas are being plundered by land becoming is more expensive. Villas are becoming luxury. So now you can find some villa which is not considered luxury but is fairly large. Trust me, in a few years it will be considered luxury. It will be good profit. But townhouses are not going to be in demand for much longer. If you look at the Dubai's development plans, they're building the whole suburban next to Dubai, towards the Dubai south, towards the kind of desert areas with everything between Damac Hills to Damac Hills 2, lagoons, oases. All of those communities are almost exclusively consist of townhouses. And I don't believe right now is the right time to invest, unless you're looking for ready townhouse to rent. This will never be a bad investment because they're not building any closer townhouses than they've built now to the central Dubai, and they always will retain their value on the secondary market. Going and rushing headfirst into buying townhouses off plan right now, probably not the best call. But once again, it depends on your goals and what you're looking for. But once again, those articles are great, but need to have facts separated from storytelling, right? And that's what I sometimes try to do. But once again, remember, I still have a real estate agency. I still have vested interest. And if not consciously, I bet subconsciously I do color my decisions. On to the next news. So the last one is slightly less lighthearted than usual, but I'm still going to be fairly lighthearted about it because I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not specialist in cryptocurrency or digital assets. I shouldn't listen to my advice ever, but I have to share that because it looks cool. And if you want to know more, look for better equipped people to tell you more about that. I'm just putting it out there. So Dubai's DIFC, which is special economic zone with law based on English law, passed new digital assets law, which means they have clearly defined your ownership and ownership rights and transfer of ownership and all of the taxation, transaction, etc. associated with digital assets like crypto and NFTs, which means it's a huge boost to Dubai's economy, where now essentially in DIFC you can have legal entity operating in a full legal, traceable, verifiable space within the cryptocurrencies. Yes, it goes a little bit against the whole ethos of decentralized finance, but we still have to interact between crypto and centralized finance, which means it's great. You can actually, pay for it. You can actually convert between money, like usual centralized money, government money, and crypto. I believe it will give a new boost to DIFC. Look for that. Watch this space. I believe this will improve Dubai's economy more than people expect. This is a huge one. Me, myself, I don't have much crypto. I don't hold much crypto. I'm too cowardly for that and ill-equipped with knowledge, at least for now. So I do old-fashioned stocks, right? But it's great to know that whenever I'm ready, whenever I understand the topic better, I can use those tools as well in Dubai. And if you're somebody who works with crypto, who likes cryptocurrency, who is in this space, Dubai currently is the #1 destination for you to live and to have legal income you can spend, and income you can actually manage. And that's it for this week. Thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry that we're uploading a little late. I had things to do and I'm recording late. Once again, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more of them, please subscribe to us and press the bell icon to know when we release next videos. We have new projects coming up, launching soon. There will be more about real estate, more about Dubai. And I'll see you next week.